Welcome to the Localpreneur Show, a podcast dedicated to featuring community-based entrepreneurs, the principles they live by, and the success they're having making a difference in the world. Here's your host, Austin Kane.
All right, well, welcome everybody to another episode of the Localpreneur Show here today. We've got Sue Ellen with Diamond Heating and Cooling out of Garden City, Idaho here with us today. And we're super excited to have you guys join Vital Storm and myself here on another episode. And for those of you listening, I know you've probably seen some of our episodes before, and you've probably seen me, but again, my name's Austin. I'm kind of halfway leading the charge here on these episodes here. So I'm super excited to be here doing another episode with Sue Ellen. So Sue Ellen, again, thanks for joining us. And let me turn things over to you here for a second and just kind of tell everybody that's listening kind of a little bit about who you are and the company you're with and kind of your journey with the company so far.
Well, thank you so much, Austin, for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to share. My husband and I have been with Diamond Heating and Cooling for since 1999. So it's been a long time. He started the business when he was, it was just him and a truck, and got started that way. And then I actually didn't join him. He was doing new construction for the first 10 years. And in 2009, with the big 2008 downfall and everything, we decided to reorganize and joined SGI and started learning how to do a residential servicing company. So we started doing that in 2009, and I joined the team, and we've just been growing since then. We finished 2021 at about $9 million with about 52 employees, and it's been an incredible ride. Really, we couldn't have done it without the help of God. He's been steadfast for us and guiding us, and it's just been incredible. We have an amazing team behind us that they just take incredible care of our clients and have helped grow this to something way beyond what we had ever imagined.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That sounds awesome, and yeah, that's a long journey that you guys have been on, and it's obviously paid off for you. I heard you mention SGI there. That's a great partner. We're partners with them as well. And for anybody that's watching and doesn't know what SGI is, that's Success Group International. You guys should definitely check them out. They have all kinds of great resources to help people like Sue Ellen and Diamond Heating and grow their business. And so I know they can help you too. But back to really the Localpreneur Show and why we're here today. Really, when we started this project, we kind of had the idea we really wanted to help highlight home and local service businesses on how they're impacting their local community, and not by just the service work that they're doing and how they change people's lives and fix people's homes, but really the differences that they're making in people's lives and their communities' lives, and even the people that work for them, their lives. And that's really just a common thread that we kind of have been seeing over the last 12 years that we've been doing this. And working with hundreds and hundreds of other companies that they all do it in some form or fashion, but maybe they just don't talk about it. And so we got came with this idea. Let's start this Localpreneur Show. Let's highlight some of these localpreneurship companies and these entrepreneurs and how they're giving back and how they're changing lives to people. So that's what this podcast is about: sharing those stories, highlighting you guys, Sue Ellen, and so let's jump in. Let's talk a little bit about you guys and how you're making a difference in the world that you're working in on a day-to-day basis. So let's start with really the local community. Sue Ellen, tell us a little bit about the impact that Diamond Heating and Cooling makes on the local community and on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of our vision. When we created our vision and our mission statement back in 2009, part of our vision statement is to give back to our community and to our families. So that's something that has been ingrained in us from our beginnings. And so part of the way that we give back to, we call it our Diamond Hugs program. And it's a variety of things that we try to do throughout the year, whether we do Valentine's for Vets, where all of our team creates Valentines that we take and drop off at the veterans' home so that veterans can get a Valentine that day, on Valentine's Day, or we've done where we collected gifts and goodies to fill up bags for children who are going into the foster care system. We had one of our team members who made that suggestion that that we collect items when a child is put into the foster care system. They don't have a chance to grab a lot of personal items. And so we put together bags for that. And our company contributed a lot, but also our clients gave items that we could collect. And we were able to collect enough stuff for about 50 bags that we gave to the local foster care system to have.
Wow.
So that was really a great event that we
Yeah.
did. Every year we host a softball game for our local Garden City Police Department, and we just want to
Nice.
spoil them. They can bring out their family, and we treat them to a nice dinner and some prizes and stuff, and we just have a great time. They beat us 2 out of the 3 years, but it's been a lot of fun, and that's been a really great event for us to show them how much we appreciate them and everything that they are doing for our community. And, right now police are sometimes not always appreciated. And so we want them to know that we love them, we appreciate them, and we value them in our community.
Yeah,
and then the biggest hug that we've ever done, we got this idea. It was really just, it was just miraculous how it came to us. But we had taken our entire team one year on a cruise.
wow.
We had put it out there that if they hit their goal, that we'd take them on a cruise. And so that cost was around $50,000, and we wanted to the next year give $50,000 back in some way. And we just happened to be at an event where we heard a missionary talking about the need for an orphanage to be built in South Africa, and the need was $50,000. And we just knew that that was what we needed to do.
Yeah.
So we joined with our team and with our clients, and that year we were able to put together the funds and to build this. It turned out to be a medical center there in the village where orphans as well as other people could come and get help. The orphans are fed a meal every day after school. And so we got to, in 2019, we got to go view that facility that we had helped build. And it was just incredible. Our whole team got together behind that. And man, that was an incredible experience for us.
Yeah. No, that sounds awesome. That, I mean, and that's, you guys are doing a ton of stuff in the local community and even overseas. And those are some of the things that, why we really wanted to start this was to share those stories and hear those stories, because you don't hear that on a daily basis, that, a HVAC company is impacting the lives of not only just fixing people's heating and air conditioning when they go out, but they're taking care of people across the world, and taking care of their employees, like going on a cruise. And I hope our bosses are watching this and maybe take some notes there. No, that's awesome. And I mean, what kind of impact? I know those are great things, and obviously it impacts you guys deeply. But what's the impact that you guys see that makes on just the people that you're doing these things for? I mean, what have you seen? What have you picked up on that? Once the job's complete, what's kind of the feeling that you walk away with?
It's amazing. But I truly believe that it is better to give than to receive. And I think that we honestly get the bigger blessing. It just is so incredible to watch them receive this. But it has the police department. I can't tell you how, especially last year, they came to us and said, we just can't tell you what it means to have people thanking us for what we're doing and to be really showing us appreciation. And their spouses were coming up to us and thanking us during the game, and just so moved that we would be willing to honor them in that way. Yeah. And then, so it's just incredible. It's for our team. My goodness, our team just loves this type of thing. It's one thing to get to work every day, but it's also something to be able to have that fulfillment of helping somebody else in need. And it's a huge part of who we are and part of our culture.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I'm glad to hear it. And it's awesome to hear that there's people out there that they're striving to do these things on a daily basis, because everything that you do, it is an underserved community, and we need more people like you guys and the things that you guys are doing being done really everywhere. Because I think we would see that impact in a very positive way if it were happening. So what about a story, or maybe some things? Now we're kind of shifting more to the service work outside of maybe the community, but these are stories that are never talked about, never highlighted on, just because maybe it would make it look like you're kind of boasting about yourself. But what about a story that maybe somebody came to you guys in need of service work? Maybe they couldn't afford it, or maybe you guys just had a feeling inside of your heart that, hey, we need to do this for this person. That maybe you guys provided some free work for somebody. Have you guys ever done something like that? Or
Yeah.
tell us a story about that, and kind of what impact that made on the individual that received that work, and also maybe the team that performed that work. And whenever they found out that, hey, we're doing this work for free, but it's for a good cause.
Yeah, absolutely. So about 6 years ago, we really wanted to do something to give back in some way. So we joined up with a local radio station at Christmas time, and we wanted them to just write into us and let us know of their need. And oh my goodness, we had such a huge response of people that needed heating. And so that first year, we went out and we did a free furnace install for them. The second year, we decided to continue that. So we did that again the second year and put another furnace in for a family that had no heat at Christmas time. And then the third year, man, we were just blown away, the stories. And the way that we do it is that we get all the stories and then we read them to our team so that we can kind of decide, could we go maybe just do a free service call for this person? And it's amazing how many people, their furnace will work. It just needs like a part replaced. And so we would take a few of those and do the repairs if we could. But this one year, the need was so great. And we were reading the stories to our team and they're like, man, we can't decide. There were 4 families that had no heat and desperately needed furnaces. And so one of our technicians was sitting in our meeting, and he just pulled out his wallet and he's like, I got $100 I want to put towards a furnace. I want to help more than just one family this year. And then the entire company, same thing. They just pulled out their wallets and gave. And we ended up having the funds to replace all 4 furnaces for these 4 families. And that was absolutely incredible. Well, that year, prompted so many other companies within the Valley to get involved as well. And so now over the past 3 or 4 years, it's been incredible. We don't just go in and replace a furnace for a family through this radio station. We actually do a home remodel for them. And so we are able to have a huge impact. In 2020, the family had just lost their husband and father of 8 children. And so it was this mom with her 8 kids all alone with no heating, and the house was in complete disrepair. And so we went in and we had a company that came in and did all new flooring for them. We had a company that came in and did some remodeling projects that they needed done in the house. We had a company that did a new roof for them. We had a company that remodeled their kitchen. We put in the heating system. We got so many toys and everything donated that they had the biggest, best Christmas of their life. I mean, it was incredible.
Yeah.
And then this year again, we got to bless another great family. We did 3 this year for 2021. This incredible family that they had a daughter who has disabilities in her leg and wasn't able to get into the bathroom. They have 1 bathroom in their home, and the door wasn't wide enough for her wheelchair to go through. So we were able to move her furnace and water heater over so that we could expand that doorway into the bathroom and get her access to that. And man, it's so exciting, and I was just so brought to tears, just so moved by their story and by how moved they were to receive this gift. And our team just gets so excited about it. And throughout the year, they, what they'll do is they'll come to us and say, hey, I was out at a client's house and I really think we need to give this client a side hug. They've gone through this, maybe they're battling cancer or some kind of terrible situation within their life, and they need this much of repairs done, and there's just no way they'll be able to afford it. And so, we listen to our team and we go out and we do those repairs at no cost. And it's their way that, we only get 4 or 5 of those throughout the year. Our team's very careful about that, but man, if they see a need, we've asked them to come and just share it with us because we have something that we can give that they can't get anywhere else. And so we want to give that back to them.
No, that's awesome. And I can tell, how passionate you are about it. I can only imagine how that resonates through the company and through the techs, and even that they're so invested in it, that they're bringing these opportunities to you, because, that's not necessarily their job, but they see how big of an impact that makes in the customers' lives and in your life and the business's life. And so they're even excited about it. And I can just imagine, we're in Texas, we're halfway across the country from you, and I can feel that passion all the way over here. And so, I mean, that's really cool. Those stories you shared, and I'm sure some people have heard them, but now I hope a ton of people get to hear those stories, and hopefully they can start doing those things because, yeah, replacing a furnace one year, and now you're even having tons of other companies come in and remodel homes. I mean, that's a huge difference. And I mean, I can only imagine how that family is feeling still to this day, that, they're taken care of, and their livelihood has just been, increased by, 1,000%, and they can just not have to worry about that and have that weight lifted off their shoulders, simply because of a good act from you guys. So, no, I appreciate you sharing all those stories. It's very cool to hear that you guys are doing all of these things. Now let's kind of shift gears and talk about the people that work for you guys. I know we've kind of mentioned them here and there, that they're even so involved in all of this, but what kind of impact does your organization make on the people that are there, that are working for you? They're living the day to day. They see all of these things that you guys are doing. You obviously have people that are coming to you wanting to work for you guys for probably some of these reasons. What's the kind of impact that you see as an owner that you guys are making on your technicians and even the people that just work inside the office?
Yeah, we really want to give back to them. They are such a blessing to us, and so we want to be a blessing in any way that we can to them. One of the things that we found in this industry is that people are not always good with their money. And so one of the benefits that we give to our team, absolutely free, is Dave Ramsey's Smart Dollar program, where they're able to work on getting a budget and learning how to manage their money. And that has just been so fulfilling for me. We rolled it out about 3 years ago, and the very first year, one of our gals in our office, she came to me about 3 months into it, and she said, my husband and I are going to be completely out of debt by this time next year just by following this program, and that was incredible to me because that's going to impact their lives forever. Whether she's with our company or not, those lessons can impact her life forever. And so that's just one of the programs that we do. But I think my biggest success story, so to speak, is one of the gals that was she had started as a CCR. And she had come to us from a car dealership that she had worked at. But before that, she had spent several years in prison. And we're very careful about, exactly who we let into our company. But she had made some mistakes with some drug use in her past. And so we took the chance of bringing her in to our office to answer phones. And right away, she just started to bloom like a flower that had been closed up for years, and she just started to bloom. And she gradually moved to getting her life back in order, and she was able to grow as a CCR. But then she moved to become she's one of our comfort specialists now.
Oh, wow.
And she's doing such a great job. She just last year she received her certificate of 7 years out, and she's off of probation completely, and she's got her life together. She's hoping this year to buy a house, and just to see that progress of how coming here and having a support system of people that just believed in her and just really worked hard to give her every opportunity. She's incredible. She has done incredible things with the opportunities that she's been given, and she's put her life together. We did help her put together a financial plan so that she could get out of debt that she was in, and just out of a lot of the bad habits that she had in her life. And now she's just thriving, and she's a shining star. She'll walk the stage at SGI this year as a crown champion, and we're just so proud of her.
No, that's amazing. And just to hear that you guys are investing in them to not just be, better technicians or better call center representatives, it's to be better people, however you came into this company. If you ever leave one day, you leave as a better person, professionally and personally. Man, this dog is just bothering me. He wants to be featured on the show. But just to see you guys are pouring in, and you're helping them manage their money, and that just helps increase their livelihood, because now they can enjoy their families and the things that they get to do outside of work too. And so just to see that you guys are pouring in these resources to to not just give them a paycheck and hey, do the work that you're here for. It's, how can we make your life better and make you a better person? And so, I can just tell that I'm sure you have texts lined up out the door, ready to start working for you guys. So, well, Sue Ellen, I really enjoyed having you here on the show today and hearing kind of all of these impacts that you're making in the community. I'm sure it's not even close to all of them. We could probably keep talking for a lot longer to hear all of y'all's stories, but just hearing some of the things that you guys are doing for the police department and the children going into foster care and even for across the world, some of the things that you guys are doing, and then how you're pouring into the people that are in need, and just helping your techs also just love being where they're at and helping them become better people can, is clearly making a big impact all across the world. And so I'm really glad that we got to share that here. Is there anything else that maybe you had on your heart or anything in your mind that I haven't asked that you wanted to share before we jump off and conclude today's episode?
I think that we're placed where we're placed for a reason. And, being the owner of an HVAC company, maybe that isn't something that's occurred to you before, of the way that you can give back to your community and the way that you can give back to those around you. And we're not just here to run HVAC. We're here to make a huge impact on the lives of the people that we touch. And, so it's incredible what you're doing, Austin, to feature this type of, this type of thing for us. It's so powerful what we can do if we make the time to do it. And if we make it do it. And it's amazing. I mean, just like how we had the other companies join us in what we were doing with the radio station, if you will just open up and give of what you have to give, other people will join you. And I mean, it just becomes such a bigger impact than you ever imagined you could have. And so I just want to encourage people to do that, because it's so much fun, and it just is energizing, and it's blessed us so incredibly much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I can tell it, and everybody that watches this can just see it on your face, and just watching you talk today, I can tell how passionate you are about it, and how much of a difference it makes in your life just sitting here doing a podcast interview. And so I know you guys are going to continue to do great things, and all the differences that you guys make is making a huge impact. So Sue Ellen, again, loved having you here on the Localpreneur Show. I hope everybody that's watching this episode has picked up one or two or three things that you can take away and hopefully implement in your business and start making an impact in your local community. So, Sue Ellen, thank you again for joining us, and everyone else, will see you on the next episode of the Localpreneur Show.
Thank you so much, Austin.
Thanks again for listening to the Localpreneur Show. For more of our daily content, feel free to check out Josh or Austin's LinkedIn.